weather getting warmer again. I was just thinking to myself about how the reports used to be about trying to keep that engine running creatively. Now we need AC on in this mofo. I'm actually upset because I'm still like halfway thinking about whether or not I want to do NXT and SmackDown in the Raw with Raw into SmackDown, or keep it with Raw and NXT, leading into SmackDown, and then just keeping SmackDown leading into Raw. I'll continue thinking about it, but for right now, it's honestly looking like we're gonna go ahead and save the energy for the 3-hour show, and then let NXT and SmackDown get it popping. SmackDown makes some, Raw takes some. That's an old adage. So we need, I feel like SmackDown has a lot of star power right now. As far as like potentiality, I'm listening around the community, and I'm not necessarily crazy about some of the most recent opinions, but they've been noticed, and I'm gonna leave things to where they are for now, as far as regarding, these cats. But they are noticed, and I ain't really gonna speak to too much, but the obvious is obvious, stances are taken, and when it's considered game time, I'm pretty sure we'll find out. I think I'll give my go on that come Tuesday, or I'll know whether or not we really finna go on that. We got a little bit of time on hands. We'll take care of that. But that would leave it to the top brass to figure out whether or not it's even worthy of entertainment. Because you know what is worthy of entertainment? The streets of NXT. And we're not about to slight my young bro. Shouts to the Impressionables. I bang with all of them. They know they's out here kicking ass. They crushed it all Tuesday. It's a fun thing to watch for me. It's fun to watch. You see everybody's growth. It's new evolution, new era. So I'm liking what I'm seeing. And then we get to see everybody getting their shot for real, for real. I think the last thing we was talking about was Sol Ruka and Izzy. And Izzy finally getting that shot since KJ, made the transition onto the main roster. Okay, nice push off on the Soul Snatcher. Okay, cool. Let's move on with that. Good on them. OTM, a no fan blade. Shouts to Miss Parker, of course. Shouts to Brinley Reese. I'm seeing some things over there on the level up side of things. Good. Old girl that what's her name? What they call her now? Layla Diggs. Level up that. What was that? She came on Next Level on the Roku channel. I watched one episode, heard her story, and watched everyone else, and I think I got too emotional to watch again. But at least she made it, and it speaks to that spotting process, or that eye I got for knowing people who have that genuine passion. I only got to see one episode. I'm glad she made it through. Now I'm actually interested to watch her journey through the show, because they were putting the spotlight on someone completely different. But we'll see as time progresses. I'm not rushing anything. Layla Diggs is on Level Up, running with Brinley. Brinley is supposed to be running with a no fan blade, I believe. So this is a lot of other things happening. I believe. I could be wrong, but fine. All this bad luck they talking. If I'm correct about Brinley running with them, all this bad luck they talking. Meanwhile, she running off and finding another solid character, another tag team competitor. Like, what are we talking about? OTM, good on them. Whole squad. Is good, right? I think everybody needs everybody on that team. It's another one of those, and it's very solid. So let's continue the gradual build with these guys, because I think in ring, a power team we can never have enough strong teams type, and that's the way they look. So good on them. But we got after that. Last Legend, Ivy now. All right. NXT Women's North American Championship coming up. That's cool. It's going to be something for the other women to really fight for. That's not the tag championships. Would I have wanted another championship? A women's singles championship is solid. I'm not mad at it at all. North American makes sense because it's NXT. So good. I couldn't ask for a different title. So maybe a different design on the belt, but that's just nitpicking. Lash Ivy, good shit. A whole bunch of metaphor craziness is going on. Oh, God, keep the team together, but at the same time, all right, I'm going to give Shizzle maybe 1 week with this. And then after that, we need to be done. Like, okay, get your jokes in, but let's not fall into too many of the same pitfalls and traps as the last guy did when it came to these romance type storylines. I'm paying attention. I'm seeing it. Let's not get too corny and cheesy, because it's getting real the man's man t-shirt, if you know what I mean. Let's not go that direction. Everybody kind of has their right spot in it. I'm liking how my man Jackie's moving it. I'm liking how Oro and what's his name, Norma moving. So it's fine. But let's keep metaphor with metaphor. Let's not do all this extra trick nonsense with the metaphor dating the lash, and then it's like, it's cute. But after this week, let's do it with class. That's my opinion. I love it. I do. I really do appreciate it. I mean, pick up the victory. Okay, cool. Just lost in the Queen of the Wind qualifying tournament too. Okay. At least she's with the Creeds. Slow build to the women's division. Let's keep going. Make them marketable and all the rest of that, right? Javon Evans, Oro Minter. All right. The young OG and my man Oro. Javon picked up the victory. That makes sense. Trick came out. A whole bunch of the things. Like, just the cosign. It's good. It's good. Trick looking like the big man on campus now, man. It's a natural build, and I think that's what everyone likes about it. It was so organic from the start. I've been saying we shouldn't forget about Trick. He shouldn't just fall on the sidelines. He doesn't seem like somebody to be like that. Now he's the champ. He's on his own. The meteoric rise is very obvious, and we just going to keep this thing going. That's really good on him, though. Now, Wesley, Ivar, Josh Briggs, and then Obafemi. Fatal 4-way is what it's seeming like. This shit is about to be crazy. If anybody gets the title back in the West, to get the title back so soon, I mean, I'm not necessarily against the idea, but Oba could still, you know what I mean, get out here and kick some ass. Does he go for the heavyweight after this? That could be a direction. So, not really mad. Rich Holland, Riley Osborne took on the OC, and the OC picked up the victory. I didn't see it, but okay. Riley there with Rich? Like, I'm not really seeing too much of the angle, but I can understand, like, part of having my man Ridge do the thing, and him find a new character, and then Riley with the whole Chase U thing. Maybe Riley, maybe getting him down with Chase U. Who knows? OC good, picked up victory. They needed that. Wasn't much chemistry on this new guy's side, so that's fine with me. Lola Vice, Carly Bright. Okay. Lola should have won that, obviously, so that's good. Wait, wasn't Sleepy around recently? Sleepy came back from injury. I think that was on Level Up last week. Shouts to her. So that's a good look. Lola's solid, and then Carly Bright. Everybody it's the next class in the women's division. It's like the 3.5s. I can see them, and they all coming up. Carly Bright is one of those that, like, she got a tag partner, that's working out. Top of the show, Soul Ruka and Old Girl, that's working itself out. Like, the spaces are being filled in the absence of our recent call-ups, which was about, 2 or 3 girls. So, it's good. It's good. And then Lola, man. Lola's on the move, so let's keep that going. Tony D, Charlie Dempsey, Heritage Cup. Man, shouts to the NQCC. We gonna help with this thing and make some moves moving forward. I'm not going crazy about it. I'm still upset enough about how everything is played out, but I believe in the 3 of them. So let's keep that going. And then the fam is the fam. Now let's move on to SmackDown, y'all. SmackDown wasn't anything crazy. I'm hearing a lot of opinions and a lot of wants on a lot of superstars. And it's like, when we look at these superstars, we look at a lot of different things, and it comes down to the trust that the game is going to have. And what we can do with these stars moving forward. Point blank, this is the way of the new era. You have to prove yourself. I know that my space within this character development space is going to get those newer names up that chain. And when they are at least maybe seen and spotted at the maybe levels, they'll come across my desk. Like the whole women's combine. I got 2 or 3 names that I've definitely been peeping the whole time, and I'm just waiting to see if something comes out of it. But we ain't gonna go crazy right now. Everybody who know they real high with me on the NXT roster know they real high with me on the NXT roster. I can't go crazy, but they know who they is, from what we call them daughters to, legit other forms of the self. You know what I mean? If we look at it from that lens and how they trying to build it. So, I love everybody. But now, let's go ahead and get to Smackdown. Bianca Belair, Tiffany Stratton. Okay, a lot of motherfucking news around Tiff and this crazy shit this week. I don't know. I don't exactly care because it didn't scream she was saying it. I'm not going to get into all of it. I just know that Tiff is solid. Everybody loves her, or at least from what I'm looking at. And we're going to see if, she can stand the test of the time, which she obviously is going to be able to. You know what I'm saying? So, whenever we get to that point, or the next points, we will. Bianca picking up the victory, good. It's Tiff's first year. She does not need to be queen of the ring. Now we got one of those. Actually, now the old man can have exactly what he wanted if I'm looking at this situation correctly. Let's move on. So Bianca won, good bread on her. Tama Tonga, LA Knight. They mad Tama won. This is bloodline, storyline stuff. LA Knight not being king of the ring. We at least saw the game put him in front of Logan Paul. That star could go that much further eventually. Right now, I don't think it's time to take the belt off Logan Paul. If he's the champion right now and he's making this thing look like something and feel like something, like, look, and then I got to go to SmackDown later on and defend the championship off his podcast and all that. I mean, and it is what it is. Bullshit aside, obviously, shouts to Logan. Like, ain't nobody, you know what I mean? I'm not super sold on this cat as, like, a forever champion. For real. But, I mean, so far as what the game is looking for in a superstar, especially of the celebrity caliber, yeah, man, I think he is a forever superstar. Champion? No. Multiple time champion? We're going to see after this championship comes off him. Does he make another run at another one? Is it even going to make sense? How is it going to make sense? Like, this is a lot of the stuff. He's even said his honeymoon phase in regard to, being the United States champion. A fair reign. Those days are looking like they kind of coming to a close. The honeymoon is done on that. Yeah, he's the champion. We all seen him, play his card. But at the same time, I'm not really going crazy about, his, how can we call it? That fight presence, if you will, like the prize fighter, like that KO shit. Not going crazy. Let's move on. Cody Rhodes, Logan Paul. All right. Saudi show can be as inconsequential as it needs to be. Let's move on. Nia Jax, Jade Cargill, DQ. Jade used the chair. All right. So now it's Nia versus B in the next round. Not Nia versus what's the name? Bianca versus Jade. The way some people might have wanted it to be. Now, I recognize that decision being made to not have have Jade and Bianca go at it is a callback to when the former women's tag team champions were scripted to battle on a Monday Night Raw and just never fought, and only one was to be seen or heard from again. The other one, honestly, I don't know. I feel like I can faintly hear her lost in the sauce somewhere, but I can't really speak to any of it because she left for understandable reasons, but Trent came home. That's what I know. You wanted to continue brightening that star? Well, I hope that star is shining bright now. And we love it greatly, but we got to move on. DIY Legato del Fantasma. All right. Black and gold representation. These guys are a bit, they're not spring chickens. So to have them in what I would call like spring chicken gear, it's like, man, we need to heat up this tag division a little bit more, and these guys are undoubtedly gonna prove themselves, so, which they already kind of have. The crowd already knows who they are, but I don't know if the main roster is that NXT grit, the way that they're grungy black and gold. You know what I mean? Like, it's a different time now, and they were clearly younger then, so it made sense. Now we got to make the championships feel like more than what everyone's fighting for. If that makes sense. So there's that. Let's move on. And then we got a main event with Randy and Carmelo. And Randy outlined his plans for the bloodline. Good on Melo. Randy was clearly supposed to pick up the victory there. More importantly, with the bloodline, I love Solo. New cut, a little shifty. Couple things. Where's Jimmy? And do we all hear the crowd wanting Roman back now? Very clearly and audibly. I'm happy about that. I personally can't wait for him to get back. We can wait. You see, I was the same way with Charlotte. Like, okay, people don't want to see Charlotte right now. Let's give it some time. The people definitely want to see Roman right now. Let's give it some time. When Charlotte gets back, it's going to be a pop. When Roman gets back, it's going to be like, okay, son done came home. Looking at it how it's done right, man, we should give thanks for knowing that all of this stuff is definitely en route. Randy doing anything with the bloodline is kind of like, it's going to take some time. How is Randy going to even get the revenge that he wants? You know, so my man, he's starting to plot. The crowds are there. They looking all right. They getting louder by the week. King and Queen of the Ring this Sunday. Good stuff, man. That was NXT and Smackdown. I'm still iffy on how I'm feeling about it, but I think we'll work on how we feel about it. So there goes that. Yo, make sure you do not be tuning in times when you're supposed to be, like I motherfucker told you. And I think that's really all I need to say for now. So holla at you on the next one.